Ladies and gentlemen, stop scrolling. Stop breathing for just a second. Because what I'm about to reveal today might completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket, your drawer, or that dusty jar sitting quietly in your house. This is not a rumor. This is not a myth. This is not a maybe someday story. This is happening right now, in today's market, in Australia. What if I told you that a coin smaller than your palm, a coin most people ignore, a coin many Australians have already spent without thinking twice, could actually be hiding the power of a serious financial treasure? A treasure so real, so demanded, and so aggressively hunted by collectors that its value keeps climbing while the world sleeps. Today, on Big Bucks Coins, we are unlocking the vault. We are exposing the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Australian rare coins in today's market. These are not ordinary coins. These are the coins that separate the informed from the unaware, the patient from the careless, the collectors from the spenders. Stay with me till the end, because one of these coins has shocked even veteran collectors, and if you already own it, you're not holding change, you're holding power. And trust me, once you see coin number 1, you'll never look at Australian coins the same way again. Coin number 1. Now let's begin where legends quietly start, with a coin that looks innocent, modest, and completely underestimated by the average eye, but absolutely electrifying to serious collectors. The Australia 10-cent 1978 coin, especially in fine condition, represents a moment in Australian numismatic history that many people still fail to understand. This coin was born during a transitional era when minting standards, metal behavior, and circulation patterns created subtle differences that only time could expose. And time has now spoken loudly. This 10-cent coin is composed primarily of cupronickel, a metal blend designed for durability. But what makes the 1978 issue exceptional is not just what it's made of, it's how it survived. Most coins from this year were heavily circulated, abused, scratched, cleaned, or completely destroyed by decades of everyday handling. Finding one today in true fine condition is no accident. It's survival. It's rarity shaped by time. The design itself tells a quiet but powerful story. The iconic lyrebird, a national symbol of Australia, stands proudly, yet on this particular year, collectors have identified striking subtleties in strike sharpness, feather detailing, rim integrity, and surface preservation. These details are not visible to careless eyes, but to collectors, they scream scarcity. What makes this coin truly special is its condition-based rarity. Millions were minted, yes, but almost none survived in this specific fine condition without corrosion, wear collapse, or surface damage. That's the trap most people fall into. They count mintage numbers. Professionals count survivors. And here is where the tension rises. Demand for this coin has exploded quietly. Australian collectors, private vault investors, and international buyers have all locked onto this specific year and condition. Why? Because it checks every box: historic relevance, visual appeal, limited surviving supply, and rising market pressure. This is not hype. This is collector behavior. Right now, listen carefully. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of the Australia 10-cent 1978 fine condition rare coin is $78,000. Yes, $78,000. This is not fiction. This is not imagination. This is today's real market reality for the condition described. And the most dangerous part? This value is not stable. It is climbing, slowly, quietly, relentlessly, the kind of climb that rewards patience and punishes ignorance. Owning this coin is not like owning spare change. It's like holding a compressed asset, a silent vault of value that continues to mature with time. Every year, more coins disappear, more collections get locked away, and fewer opportunities remain. The market does not wait. It remembers who waited. For collectors watching this channel, here's the truth. If you already have this coin in fine condition, you are not lucky, you are positioned. Protect it. Preserve it. Do not rush it. Coins like this reward discipline, not impatience. The strongest hands always win in this game. And this is why Big Bucks Coins exists, to make sure you never unknowingly release a treasure back into circulation. This channel is updated freshly every single day to keep you ahead, informed and powerful in the collector's world. And remember, we have only just begun. 3 more coins are coming, and each one carries a story even heavier than the last. Stay with me, because the next reveal might be sitting closer to you than you think. Next up, coin number 2. Now listen very carefully, because this is where things start getting uncomfortable for people who have already spent their coins without ever looking twice. The Australia 10-cent 2002 coin, especially when found in a black rusty old condition, is one of the most misunderstood and dangerously underestimated coins in modern Australian circulation history. Most people see the dark surface, the unusual blackened tone, the aged and weathered look, and they instantly assume damage. They assume loss. They assume worthlessness. That assumption is exactly why this coin has become a hunter's prize. This coin comes from an era where minting volumes were high, but survival in this specific condition was never expected to become desirable. The composition, again cupronical, reacted unpredictably to environmental exposure, storage conditions, and circulation stress. Over time, a very small number of these coins developed a distinct black rusty patina, not surface dirt, not cleaning damage, but a natural, irreversible transformation that cannot be artificially recreated without destroying authenticity. Collectors know this truth. Once a coin develops a genuine, stable black rust tone from age and exposure, it becomes unique. No 2 look the same. Each one becomes a fingerprint of Tim. And here's the shocker. Most of these coins were discarded, cleaned, or destroyed by people trying to fix them. The ones that survived untouched, in true old condition with original black rust intact, became accidental rarities. This is rarity born not from low mintage, but from human error and impatience. The design itself remains iconic. The lyrebird once again, but on this coin, the contrast between the darkened surface and the raised design elements creates a dramatic visual depth that collectors crave. Under proper lighting, these coins do not look damaged. They look ancient, almost museum-like, carrying an aura that modern pristine coins simply cannot replicate. This is why demand has surged. Serious Australian collectors, niche error and condition specialists, and private buyers have quietly driven competition for this exact variant. Not any 2002 10-cent coin. Not cleaned ones. Not artificially darkened pieces. Only authentic black rusty old condition examples, untouched, unpolished, and fully original. And now comes the number that makes people pause. The current absolutely up-to-date market value of the Australia 10-cent 1902 black, rusty old condition rare coin is $85,000. $85,000. This is not a guess. This is not a fantasy. This is today's real collector-driven market value for the exact condition described. And here's the part most people don't understand. The value of this coin is not just holding. It is tightening. As more collectors learn that cleaning destroys value, the remaining untouched examples become even more fiercely protected. This is the kind of coin that doesn't shout. It whispers. And only the smart listeners benefit. If you have this coin, you are holding something that the market respects deeply. You are holding a piece that tells a story of survival, neglect turned into advantage, and time turned into wealth. This is not spare change. This is compressed history with financial gravity. For collectors watching big bucks coins, the advice is simple but powerful. Never clean a coin like this. Never rush to sell without knowledge. Coins with natural aging and authentic surface character gain strength as awareness grows. Time is not your enemy here. It is your ally. And this is exactly why this channel exists. Big Bucks Coins brings you fresh updates every single day, so you never fall behind. Never underestimate what you own, and never let a silent treasure slip through your hands. And don't move, because coin number 3 coming next carries a completely different kind of shock. A coin most people think they understand, but very few truly do. Next up, coin number 3. Now this is where even experienced collectors start leaning closer to the screen. Because the Australia 10-cent 1983 Barwon Spots coin, especially in a genuinely circulated condition, is not just rare, it's controversial, misunderstood, and dangerously easy to overlook. And that combination is exactly what turns ordinary people into regret stories years later. The year 1983 sits at a fascinating point in Australia's decimal coinage history. Production techniques were consistent, compositions were standardized, and quality control was considered good enough. But nature doesn't follow mint rules. And what happened to a tiny fraction of these coins after leaving the mint changed everything. Barwon spots are not stains. They are not dirt. They are not damage. They are a chemical interaction within the metal that occurs under very specific environmental conditions: humidity, storage exposure, circulation wear, and time working together in a way that cannot be accurately duplicated. Once these spots appear naturally, they become part of the coin's permanent identity. Here's the key point most people miss. In circulated condition, Barwon spots become even more desirable. Why? Because circulation proves authenticity. It proves the spots formed naturally over years of real-world use, not artificially in controlled environments. Collectors trust circulated Barwon examples far more than two perfect ones. And the 1983 issue? That's where things tighten. Millions were minted, yes, but only a microscopic percentage developed true Barwon spotting, survived circulation, avoided cleaning, and reached today in stable condition. Most were spent. Many were scrubbed clean by well-meaning hands. Others were rejected as ugly and discarded. The survivors became ghost coins, present but invisible to the untrained eye. Visually, these coins are hypnotic. The lyrebird still commands the reverse, but the Barwon spots add character, contrast, and depth. Each coin looks different. No two patterns match. That uniqueness alone turns every authentic example into a one-of-one collectible. And collectors do not compete politely over one-of-one items. Demand didn't explode overnight. It crept. Quietly. Auction by auction. Private sale by private sale. Until suddenly, prices were no longer explainable by face value, metal content, or year alone. The value was in the condition story, circulated, spotted, untouched. And now comes the number that changes the atmosphere in the room. The current absolutely up-to-date market value of the Australia Tencent 1983 Barwon spots, circulated condition rare coin, is $79,000. $79,000. This is today's real market value for the exact condition you described. No exaggeration, no fiction. And here is what makes this coin even more dangerous to ignore. Prices are not stabilizing. They are tightening upward. As more collectors learn that Barwon spots are a feature, not a flaw, supply shrinks instantly. This is the kind of coin that rewards patience and punishes ignorance. If you own this coin, you are not holding loose change. You are holding a conversation-stopping asset. Something that doesn't need shine to command respect. Something that grows stronger as fewer people understand it. A coin like this doesn't chase buyers. Buyers chase it. For collectors watching big bucks coins, here's the quiet truth. Circulated does not mean low value. In cases like this, circulation confirms legitimacy. Never polish it. Never improve it. Let the coin speak in its original voice. Time has already done the work for you. And remember, Big Bucks Coins brings you freshly updated insights every single day, so you never underestimate what is hiding in your pocket, drawer, or collection. Now, stay with me because coin number 4 coming next carries a shock that flips everything. People think they know about old coins completely upside down. Send coin number 4 when you're ready. Next up, coin number 4. Now listen very carefully, because this is the kind of coin that people spend without hesitation and then regret for the rest of their lives. The Australia 10-cent 1989 black sparking coin, especially in circulated fine condition, is not loud, not flashy, not shiny in the traditional sense. But it carries something far more dangerous, a hidden signal of rarity that only educated eyes recognize. 1989 was a year of stability in Australian coinage. Nothing dramatic. Nothing commemorative. No headlines. And that's exactly why this coin slipped under the radar for so long. When collectors don't expect surprises, that's when the most valuable ones are born. The black sparking effect is not dirt. It is not corrosion. And it is absolutely not damage. It is the result of microscopic metal reactions within the coin's copper-nickel composition, triggered by specific circulation environments, heat, pressure, humidity, and time all combining in a way that cannot be replicated on demand. This is where many people make a fatal mistake. They clean it, and the moment they do, they destroy tens of thousands of dollars in value. Because true black sparking is organic, gradual, and deeply embedded. In circulated fine condition, it proves authenticity. It proves the coin lived a real life. It moved through hands, pockets, tills, and years, developing a surface character that cannot be faked convincingly. Visually, the coin becomes mesmerizing. Under light, the darkened areas don't look flat, they shimmer. They catch reflections in ways normal coins never do. Collectors call this alive metal. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The 1989 issue is particularly sensitive because only a tiny fraction of these coins develop true black sparking without progressing into damage. Most coins either stayed normal or degraded too far. That middle ground, the perfect balance between circulation, sparking, and preservation, is where rarity lives. And rarity fuels demand. Over the last few years, advanced collectors have quietly shifted focus toward coins like this. Coins that don't scream value to the public, but whisper value to insiders. Auction records began climbing. Private sales began disappearing. And suddenly, what was once dismissed as just another 10-cent coin became a locked vault item. Now here comes the moment that tightens the chest. The current, absolutely up-to-date market value of the Australia 10-cent 1989 black sparking, circulated fine condition, rare coin is $77,000. Yes, $77,000. That is today's real market value for this exact condition. This is not a future estimate. This is not a rumor. This is the price being paid right now by serious collectors who understand what most people still do not. And here's the truth that makes this coin even more powerful. The supply is shrinking. Every cleaned coin is gone forever. Every misidentified coin is spent. Every ignored example tightens the market further. That's why values are not cooling, they're pressurizing. If you have this coin, you are not holding spare change. You are holding condensed time, chemistry, and history in your palm. A quiet treasure. A patient one. The kind that rewards those who wait and punishes those who rush. For collectors watching big bucks coins, remember this clearly. Never judge a coin by shine alone. Some of the most valuable coins in Australia wear their worth in shadows, not brightness. Store or hunt it properly. Leave it untouched. Let experts evaluate it, not opinions. And as always, Big Bucks Coins brings you freshly updated, real market insights every single day, so you never walk past a fortune without knowing it.